Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is Harrison here at ITCS Gaming. Now, I'm here to say one thing. I have a next-gen console, and here's my review about it. Alright, so let's start this little review off of mine fairly simple. We'll start with the dashboard of the Xbox One. The dashboard of the Xbox One is probably my favorite thing about the Xbox One. Is that you can actually go out of a game into your main menu and you can snap stuff to the side of your game. So you can still see what's going on in your game while looking at your friends list, sending messages, and your party list. That is very cool. I like that. But however, if you do this, you can actually cut your Xbox One off and you can still be able to resume a game. Very interesting. But doing so will likely result in the fact of your Xbox One ending up freezing every time you load it up and eventually result in you having to reboot it. As well as with Xbox One, a bunch of next-gen games. Mainly games like GTA Online and stuff. Like really online sections of games, I found a lot of trouble with. On last gen, I don't find that many problems. I can join games and it's fine. But it's like on next gen, they really need to get their stuff together. And I mean, they really do. Because right now, everything kind of feels unplayable online. Now, that's not to say that every game is like that. I'm happy about next gen, but they need to fix stuff. Stuff needs to be fixed now. Especially with wireless systems in next-gen consoles. I myself have a lot of trouble having to connect to online with my Xbox One. I have to reboot it because there's something with it not connecting to my router properly. And they have stuff on Xbox Sport that tells you how to do it, but it's always just restarting the router over and over. I can't just keep doing that. Okay? I don't want to keep doing that. That's going to get repetitive and annoying. So I just reboot my Xbox One all the time. So they need a software update for that to fix that. Because that's not me. That is the software. They need to fix that, alright? Games that have been on next gen. I know it's a start. And none of the starts for a console are the greatest. In terms of games, at least. The first few games are gonna suck. Let's just face it, they're gonna suck. As we knew with the Xbox 360, when we got the next Perfect Dark game, it was not the greatest game. It really was not. With this game, we got stuff like Rise, Son of Rome, and all that. Like I said, they're kind of generic. They're not bad. They're really just trying to show off what the console can do. And in a way, I can kind of respect that. But I wish you would actually make a game that was enjoyable instead of just trying to show off what the console can do. Because in Rise, Son of Rome, you had all that. You actually had people on PS4 wanting to play that game. And then when the game actually comes out, it doesn't have a lot of people wanting to play it as much. Now, I'm coming off a really huge high of being really, really mad at freaking online right now on my Xbox One. It's mainly because I'm having so many issues with next gen, and it's not the Xbox One itself. It's like Microsoft needs to do software stuff. They need to fix that. And next gen games, they have to work on their online so it better works with the console, because you can kind of feel where stuff isn't going right. Stuff really doesn't seem like it's working correctly. So that is one aspect of which they need to fix. But anyways, and so back to my review of the actual Xbox One. Like I said, the whole dashboard is really well designed. It's really great. I love it. Alright? The controller, I like it, but they need to fix the bumpers, in my opinion. I don't like the way they did the bumpers. Like, they're good. They're good bumpers, but they really need to kind of fix it, because you kind of feel like I have to really put my whole finger up there to really even press it. Know what I mean? Now, to be fair, this is not going to be a biased review, because I don't hate PS4. I actually do want to own a PS4. I eventually will own a PS4. I'll probably buy it myself. And So, just so you know, I'm not going to be completely biased and say the Xbox One is the greatest console ever made. Because it is, my friends. It is not. It's a good one, but it needs some work. The same with PS4. PS4, however, has kind of, I feel, in terms of how I've seen between the two start out, has had a bit more of a rough start. And that's not because of anything wrong with the console. It's because all these DDoS attacks against both consoles have been bad. But it's like Microsoft can manage to pull up their console a lot faster than PlayStation Network can pull up theirs. However, I do realize that Sony has a lot more systems it has to worry about during these DDoS attacks. So it has to secure the rest of its stuff. So I can kind of forgive it there. But now I'm hearing to where the controllers are starting to fall apart. Now that is just a simple design flaw, and that's something you should have foreseen coming. With Xbox One, you can kind of feel like the controllers were actually made, like they were sturdily built. While with the PS4 controller, they don't feel as strongly made. They're a definite improvement over the PS3 controller, but I don't feel that sturdy type feel I feel with an Xbox One controller. Now, between the two, in terms of cooling systems, they're both a lot better at keeping the console cool. The designs in them are much better. However, I'm kind of mainly going to focus on doing the Xbox One in this review, because as I don't have a PS4 yet. So far, in terms of the Xbox One, I'd say okay, a bit of a rough start, definitely needs some improvement, but I'd say it's worth the money for the long run. Now, there are games on next gen that are definitely worth having a next gen console for, such as Far Cry 4, Shadow of Mordor, Outlast, and a bunch of other games that they put on consoles for next gen consoles that have come from the computer. They are worth having a next gen console for. So that's my review of the Xbox One. Decent, worth your money, but right now it does have some issues, and that's because it's fairly new. It's like, I think, about a year old or so. So yeah, Microsoft, you definitely need to do your software updates, but as you can see, it's not so terrible. Like, people are saying it's the worst console they've ever had. It is not. It needs some work, but it's not the worst console I've ever had. I've never had a console that was truly awful to where it was completely unplayable. But like I said, the main problems I found with Xbox One are mainly associating with the online functions of it. Other than that, in terms of just playing games, it's completely fine. I mean, I heard people having errors like with reading discs and stuff, so that's another thing Microsoft needs to address. But just to let you guys know, I personally like it. I suggest going and getting it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, I can do more videos like this where I kind of rant, review, and all that, and compare and what I personally think about stuff. Thank you for watching. This is Harrison from ITCS Gaming, signing off.